begin with a live look at Ottawa this morning. Starting today, Canadians will pay more to gas their cars and heat their homes. The national price on pollution is rising by $15 per ton. The price change means filling a 50-liter tank with gas will cost an extra $1.65. And CTV's Scott Hurst is standing by with more on this for us. Scott, good morning. Walk us through how this is affecting Canadians today.
Good morning, Renee. Ultimately, it is a 23% increase in the carbon tax, and it is set to go up every year until the end of the decade. Of course, it has become incredibly controversial as the federal opposition has been pushing back against the increase to the carbon tax and pushing back against the carbon tax in general. We've also heard over the past several weeks from many premiers, up to 7 premiers, have been vocal in their opposition to this increase to the carbon tax that is going up $15. And of course, Canadians don't specifically pay directly price per ton. But as you mentioned, this will affect Canadians when they look to fill up the gas tank, on average going up about 3 cents per liter. When it comes to the increase in the tax, in the carbon tax that goes into effect today, as well as home heating and indirectly through many other purchases as well. So because of this increase, the Conservatives have really been honing in on affordability. And of course, just recently, a couple weeks ago, we saw the Conservatives introduce a motion to take down the government over this issue, wanting to force a carbon tax election. Of course, that didn't pass in the House of Commons, but we've seen polling on this for many weeks now, Renee, and more Canadians are opposed to this tax increase, and more have become opposed to this tax. And so even with all this opposition, Renee, the Liberals have been digging in their heels, saying the increase will go ahead on April 1st.
Right. A lot of pushback to this. How is the government defending it?
Well, not just digging in their heels saying the price is going up, but digging in their heels because this has been one of their marquee climate initiatives. And when you put all of the climate strategies, strategies that the Liberal government has together, they say this is the way that Canada continues to cut its carbon emissions and continues to fight climate change. So that's on one hand, but on the other hand, the Liberals have been defending this increase when they've been talking about affordability, saying when the increase goes into effect, so will an increase in the rebates that Canadians will get. Here's more from Federal Cabinet Minister Jonathan Wilkinson defending the increase and defending the carbon tax as a whole.
It is by far the most efficient, lowest cost way to reduce carbon emissions. So if you actually believe in the science of climate change and you want to reduce carbon emissions in a manner that is the least costly for taxpayers, it is a price on pollution.
And Renee, the Liberals have been saying as an average 8 out of 10 Canadians will see more money back in rebates than they pay specifically in carbon tax. However, it's unlikely we'll see the opposition to this disappear anytime soon. There are rallies and protests in many major cities across the country today, as well as another Axe the Tax rally with Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre later this afternoon in Nanaimo, British Columbia. Renee.
All right, CTV's Scott Hurst. Thanks for this, Scott.
Thank you.